You know what annoys me a lot is that a lot of you are sitting here thinking that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, that you don't have the right pedigree, that you are imperfect, that you don't come from the right place. Nobody thinks that you're going to do that well anyways. So I want to tell you something that I think that is a load of crap. And I'm going to tell you this right to your face. So if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Masek. I'm Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There's so many people that help me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward to help you out. So, if you know of my story at all, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, 4 hours from any university. My parents, they never finished high school. In fact, when I was going through high school, that was a really big thing that my mom went back when I was in university and finished high school, and it was a really big thing in our house. I still remember it. It still caused a lot of things, unpleasant moments, to say the least, in terms of how people were dealing with things. And going away to university was a very scary thing. Coming from Northern Ontario in Canada, I came from the north, and there's not a lot of people that went away to school, and I didn't have a lot of role models, but I went anyways. I did a lot of studying in high school, and I went anyways, and I got into a really good school, the University of Waterloo, and I still went. And when I was there, I remember feeling like I had to do well, and I remember feeling that I had a lot resting on this. It was 24 hours, 2 days drive to get to the university where I went to. It was a long ways, and yet when I was there, I had to make sure that I did not go back feeling like a complete failure. And then I got in and went to a great university to do my PhD. I did a master's program first, and then went to a great university for my PhD. But I squeaked in. I didn't think that I was good enough when I was doing it. In all of these moments when I was doing this, I never thought I was good enough. I tried, but I didn't think I was good enough. Everybody else was so much better than who I was. And I still feel like that to this day. I look around and I think that these people are incredible that I work with. These people at this moment, there's people that I interact with. They're absolutely incredible, the smartest people that I've ever met. And yet I still try. And that's the message that I want you to think about. It's not at all about feeling like you're good enough. You're never good enough. You're never going to feel that way. No matter who you are and what you're about. Maybe you did go with the right pedigree. Maybe everything is, your stars are aligned, but I don't think that's most people. I think most people actually very much struggle and come from ordinary roots. And if you're going and you're doing this sort of upward class mobility, as they might say in the high-fluting universities, you just have to get used to the fact of not feeling good enough. And as you do that, and as you go from step to the next step, just know that you can bumble along and make mistakes. You will never ever be like those people, and that is okay, because you are you. And as you make these mistakes, as you look silly, as you do the wrong things, you figure it out as you go. And as you figure it out, other people look at you and say, hey, if that person could do it, coming from nowhere, doing all of these things, making these mistakes, looking like they're bumbling along, I can do it too. So I'd encourage you to try no matter what and not give up. Don't stop with what you're doing at this moment. It might seem scary. You might not seem good enough. You're never going to feel that way, that you're good enough. But you keep going, you do that next step, and you see what's going on, and you keep exploring. You do that next step, and you do that next step. And eventually, one would hope that you arrive upon what you're trying to get to. And maybe you don't. But if that's the case, wouldn't it be better to have tried than to have said, I'm never good enough. I'm not going to get there. I would rather be the person who tried and actually was the person that tried, rather than being the person that just gave up and threw up my hands. So what I can say is, try to keep pushing along. Try to keep doing the right thing. And as you're doing it, it's never going to feel easy. It's going to feel like everybody's making fun of you. And that's okay. That's exactly where you should be. Let those people make fun of you. Be stupid. Be that person that looks like an idiot. And the best revenge that you'll ever have is looking back and saying, I did it. Look what I did. Prove them wrong. Now, get out there and actually start pushing every day. It's not going to be easy. Never is. But it would not be fun if it wasn't easy. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day. Actually, it would not be fun if it was easy. All right. See you later. Bye.